Hello everyone, today I am going to teach you how to read fractions. Now before we do that, here's a quick refresher. Numerator and denominator. The numerator is how many parts we are talking about, and the denominator is how many parts are in the whole. Remember, numerator goes over the denominator. Let's get to our first example. Okay, we have this circle. Now we need to write a fraction for it. We need to make a fraction for the shaded area, remember. So we need to find our numerator and then our denominator. Here is our fraction bar. The numerator is how many parts we're talking about, which in this case is the shaded area. Let's count. 1, 2, 3. Our numerator is 3. Now we need to find our denominator, which is how many parts are in the whole. Let's count that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, which means our denominator is 8. Now that means our fraction is 3 over 8, which can also be pronounced as 3/8. Next example. We have a rectangle now. So we need to write a fraction like last time. This time about the shaded area, as always. And the shaded area is this red area over here. We need to find the numerator. How many parts we are talking about? The red area, right? We need to count that. 1, 2, 3, and 4, which means our numerator is 4. Next thing we do is find the denominator, which is the amount of parts in the whole. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which means our denominator is 10. Now, here's a way to say this. You could say this 4 over 10, and you could say it 4/10. So that is how you pronounce this fraction. Now, I'd like to try something with you guys. This time, we won't write the fraction. This time, we will have the fraction and draw the diagram. So, let's go on the new page. Let's say our fraction is 5/8. Now we know our fraction. So now we need to draw the shape. Let's use a rectangle. Now I'll make a rectangle and make it to scale about the right size. That should be good. Now we need to first divide the rectangle into the correct number of parts. We know the denominator is the number of parts in the whole, and our denominator is 8, which means that there will be 8 parts in the whole. Let's draw 8 parts. We have one going down the middle, and we will draw 3 lines to make 4 parts. Because once you draw 3 lines, the fourth is automatically a part. So now we have our diagram. We have the number of parts. We now just need to shade in the correct amount of little blocks. We know the numerator is how many parts we are talking about. And we know the numerator is 5. So that means we are talking about 5 parts, which results in 5 parts needing to be shaded. So we will shade 5 parts. Now we have shaded 5 parts. I'll make these neater as we speak. So now that we have shaded 5 parts, that means that we have our diagram. We have the denominator, which is how many parts in the whole, which is 8. That means we have written the correct amount of parts. We have drawn the correct amount of parts, and we have shaded the correct amount of parts as well, because the numerator is the amount that has to be shaded. And the numerator in this case was 5, so we shaded 5. I hope this video taught you something you didn't know, and I hope you enjoyed. Bye.